Hey you guys, if you were here last week, you saw that I launched my new video series. I hadn't quite figured out a name yet, but I think I'm gonna go with Tried and True, simply because it's stuff that I own and love. It's stuff that I've used, that I've either had for years, or maybe I just got it 2 weeks ago and it's a new discovery that I'm loving. But really more than a wish list, it's stuff that I have tried, tested, and loved. So here it is. This week we are going to start with something pumpkin related because it is October after all, which basically means it's pumpkin season. We really have 2 months to enjoy pumpkins, which I'm not complaining. It's like my favorite time of year. So the first thing I want to talk about is this pumpkin enzyme mask. I actually got this back in March and I didn't use it very often just because why would you do pumpkin related stuff like in spring? That just seems really ridiculous. But now I'm taking it out like every week. The pumpkin enzyme mask is basically a mask and a peel all in one. If you have sensitive skin, I still would recommend getting it, but don't use it all the time. I only use it about once a week, twice, or once every 2 weeks. Because it does sort of tingle and burn when you put it on, but that's just the enzymes and acids working to exfoliate and peel. But y'all, I can't even tell you. The smell of this is incredible. It literally smells like pumpkin pie. You will want to eat it. But I wish I could have you smell this through the screen, but that's what it looks like. It's the Pumpkin Enzyme Mask by Peter Thomas Roth. He has a bunch of great masks that I also own, but this time of year I definitely reach for this one because it just smells heavenly. Your skin feels so soft afterwards and brightened because of that peel aspect to the mask. But I highly recommend grabbing this, especially for this time of year. I mean, you really can't beat just surrounding yourself in pumpkins right now. I mean, it's October, why not? But I will put a link to this below if you want to shop it. But just trust me on this one. Next, this is super random, but I had a friend of mine, or she might have posted on Twitter or something, but I saw her, or maybe it was Instagram or Snapchat, I'm really not sure, but she had this long cord, and I was like, where did you get that? And what is it for? And it's basically an iPhone cord. It's a 10-foot long iPhone cord, which if you travel a lot like I do, it's a godsend. Like at the airport when you can't find an outlet near a seat, or even in a hotel room, sometimes they put the outlets really weird places, like there may not be one next to your bed. So this has really been a godsend. I have one in my room, but I also have one in my camera bag, so whenever I travel, I have one with me. It's just great. I mean, as if I didn't rely too much on technology as it is, this makes it 100 times worse, but it's amazing. I'll link to it down here. You may notice I'm wearing some red lipstick today. It is my favorite red for fall winter. It's a little darker than the red orange colors that I wear in the summer. It's NARS and Cruella. I'll show you a little close up here. It's got a little bit of a blue tone to it, which I think makes your teeth look a little wider, which we always like that, don't we? But it's a great way to add color. Oopsie, stay there. It's a great way to add color to your wardrobe if you don't like actually wearing color. It's well, it's not drugstore inexpensive, but it's an inexpensive way for you to change up your look for fall winter. And this is definitely my favorite red for fall winter. I cannot pull off the vampy purple plum colors, so this is a good alternative for people who don't like wearing those colors. I'll put a link to this down below. Another thing that I want to talk about are One Truffle pouches. So a lot of people use these as cosmetic bags, but whenever I travel internationally, I use it to separate important things, whether that be my checkbook, my wallet, my passport, any important boarding documents, visas, and I stick it in my camera bag so I know where it is. Nothing gets lost in the mix of everything else. It's transparent so I can see exactly what I'm looking for. I really like to be organized, especially when traveling internationally. It makes me feel safer, kind of more in control. So I'll definitely be taking this to Japan and Hong Kong. But in addition to it just being a great organizational tool, they have a bunch of different sizes, a bunch of different colors. You can use it as a makeup bag, a pencil bag for school. I use it this way because that's just how I do. But definitely check out One Truffle if you haven't already. It's one of my faves. And then the last thing, the fifth thing I want to talk about are fall looking hydrangeas. Now I can't link to these, you'd have to go to the store to get them, but hydrangeas I usually consider like a spring summer flower. You probably do too, there's another one up there. But this time of year I really love to incorporate fall florals into my home decor to go with my white pumpkins. And this color is great for my setup because I have a lot of fair neutrals happening in here. And I don't really want to offset those with a super dark flower, like those dark red, I think it's daisies. I don't know what flowers they are. I really don't know all the names to them. But these are sort of a more subtle option. If you go to Central Market, you can see they sort of have purple, a little bit of brown it looks like, and then green. Here, this one might be good too. Let's see. And then this one, they just sort of, they have that look of fall without being super dark and sort of depressing. And you'll see more in a post I'm doing next week. I'm doing a home post featuring these. And they really just balance the room out. They take my very soft, neutral room and take it really into fall in a seamless way. It doesn't look like I'm just adding things to make it look like fall. It still looks nice and neutral and feminine and pretty. So definitely get some of those the next time you're at the store. So yeah, that's this week's favorites, my tried and true favorites. Check back next week. I will be sharing more fashion related stuff, so check back in. See you then. Bye.